There's one intervention that's producing life-changing results across a wide range of conditions. Practitioners who use neurofeedback are giving patients an effective new tool that can help them heal from developmental trauma, PTSD, traumatic brain injury, substance abuse, and even chronic pain. But with technology like this that keeps moving forward and changes quickly, where do you begin? We asked Sebern Fisher, an expert in neurofeedback, to share some guidance. Here's what she said.
Neurofeedback is advancing quickly, so the technology changes, so you have to keep up with the technology. But the initial training, and it's still the case, is 4 days where you're really introduced to the system, whatever the system is that you've found. And there are many, many systems out there. The one that I use is called Eager.
You're not a shareholder in that?
No. I have no connection to the company at all. It's just the system that I've used all along, and the one that I'm most familiar with. But it's not the only system that works for sure. There are 4-day trainings that get you from hands-on, where you become familiar with the system, and then you train your brain, or you train somebody else's brain, and so you become familiar as well with the effects of the training and how to move with what the effects are that you've seen. So that's just the beginning, and then it's recommended that people go home and work with their family and friends, or people that will forgive you for making the inevitable mistakes that you will make. But even then, all mistakes, if there are mistakes, they're all giving us information about what this brain needs and what this brain wants. And so ultimately, it's data. It's not necessary. I mean, it's just it allows for it's plastic. We hear a lot about brain plasticity. Well, brain plasticity seems to reside in these frequency-based oscillations that we are conditioning, that we are saying, oh yeah, make more of that, make less of that, and people change.
Practitioners aren't the only ones interested in getting trained on how to use neurofeedback. Some patients have also been trained to use this new technology in their own homes, and they're experiencing positive results too. Here's more on that from Sebern.
Well, Eager, the system that I use, has a home training system. I think almost all manufacturers have a system that people can use at home. It's important that the person is competent and that they're not trying to treat a psychological disorder. But for instance, autism is going to take a long time, right? Cerebral palsy can be helped. Can take a long time. So it's probably better, and it is better, if and developmental trauma can often take a long time. Sure. So you have a kid who needs a lot of this, and they're in an adoptive family, and the adoptive parents are competent and good at this, then that can be overseen by a clinician, but you can train 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. So that you get purchase on this brain, and people, they can move along more quickly and much less expensively.
Neurofeedback is just one method that has changed the way we treat trauma. It is one more method that expands our toolkit of more targeted interventions that can offer relief and help patients recover from the symptoms of trauma. If you'd like to know more, please join us for the Rethinking Trauma webinar series. Each webinar is free to watch at the time of broadcast. Just sign up below.